What would you do if you were forced by a family to marry your relative? Because this is exactly what happened to this woman. She fell in love with another man, but they couldn't be together. And so, together with him, they plotted to kill her groom. But what happened next was 17 times more horrific. If you watch till the end, you will know exactly why. The story of Aasia, baby, a 21-year-old woman who was forever changed by love. From the very beginning, she was confident that she won't marry the man she didn't even like. After all, her religion, Islam, allows women to choose who they want to be with. But sadly, she repeatedly asked her parents not to marry her against her will, as her religion, Islam, allows her to choose the person that she wants to marry. But her parents, they rejected all her pleas, and she had to say goodbye to the man he loved. And instead, she was forced to marry her relative because of her parents. After the wedding, Asia suddenly became her husband's property, right? And now she had nowhere to go. Her husband said that she belonged to him now. And having to lay with a man she didn't love, feeling like she was in a prison every waking moment, this forced her to beg her parents to take her back. She asked them to allow her to divorce him, but they didn't accept it. They were like, "You're his responsibility now, and you will stay with him." But she was like, "I will do anything to get out of this marriage." Right? So she ran to the only person that she knew would help her, Shahid, the man she actually loved. Right? She begged him to help her. Together, they hatched a plan to get rid of Asia's husband. All right? He gave her a poison, and he told her that this will take care of him. Now, Asia, she put the poison in milk that her husband would drink. But it turned out that her husband didn't actually drink the milk when she offered it to him. So, this is where things get really out of hand, right? So, she put the milk in the fridge, and Asia's mother-in-law found the milk. Not knowing it was poison, she used it to make lassi, a kind of yogurt drink. She served it to the rest of his family, all 27 members. Asia stood there in shock, but she couldn't stop them from drinking the poisoned lassi. She didn't know what to do. If she stopped them, they might suspect something. After seeing her husband drink the lassi, she just waited for it to happen. And it did, to the entire family. Every single one of Asia's in-laws started reacting to the poison. They felt pain in their stomachs, they vomited, they had difficulty breathing, they all felt unconscious. Soon enough, all of them died from the poison, including an innocent little girl. The craziest thing, Asia's target, her husband, he remained alive. And not long after that, Asia became the suspect because she was the only person who didn't drink the lassi, right? She and her lover Shahid were soon arrested by the police. Asia quickly denied being involved in the crime, but after Shahid admitted to be part of the crime and admitting that he gave her the poison and helped her with it, Asia also admitted that he only wanted to kill her husband and didn't want to harm anybody else. Her parents couldn't believe it, that their daughter had become a criminal. But she turned to them and she said that she wanted them, didn't she? Both of them, Asia and Shahid, were sentenced to spend the rest of their life in prison for all the lives they didn't mean to take. Of course, no one should ever endorse what Asia did, but if she did it to escape from what was already a prison and to fight for love. But as I asked earlier, what would you do if you were in her situation? Because this is not just a story of lovers fighting. This is a story of women and their freedom. There are still so many Asias out there. Children who are being forced to marry adult men, being forced to become property, being exploited because of their weaknesses. It's easy to condemn Aasia for what she did, but I can only hope we start looking deeper into the heartbreaking circumstances that led her into doing the unthinkable.